celebrating. Of course, this was one of the first 5 schools, and so the new 17 schools are the ones that are all around. And not just what's happening here, actually it's a whole ecosystem towards using ICT for development.
Today we had the launch of the extension of our network, which was funded by a company called Green-Tech.
From our side, we have been involved in some of the money and some of the technology that's here, but it wouldn't have happened if it was not for Rhodes University and Fort Hare, who has helped to introduce the industry to this community. It is with that in the background that companies like Green-Tech have had the opportunity to bring technology here that connect you to the world.
That's what you do is we have internet, of course, that we provide to the community. You have to put down the hardware, which is the computer labs that we have here. We also provide training for the community. So when we started with about 5 schools, and of course up to now 17 schools. But yeah, we'll show you a model computer lab and what it looks like. On the side there, of course, we've got our WiMAX antenna there. These are the typical hardware that you deploy. Essentially, you have your computers. The computing power is not sitting directly on the devices here. It's actually sitting on a server that we have in the server right there. The main components there is the networking equipment. We've got here our WiMAX base station, which is the micro base station here, that connects to the antenna outside. If you want to deploy this kind of solutions, this is a model computer lab that you can set up.
In the whole South Africa, we've got about 27,000 schools. It is therefore our responsibility to ensure that every child in our country has access to quality education.
Yeah, it's great to have an internet in our location. It means we're improving so much going forward. As our aim, we want to go forward. If you want to apply to university, it's easy. You just download because you get the internet access up in this location.
I've noticed that from the feedback I got, quite a lot of teachers appreciate the presence of internet because they say it adds value to how they teach.
This will also benefit our community by creating opportunities for economic growth.
I think most of the challenges really are in terms of, expanding and increasing the effectiveness of this thing. So it works here, and I think it works quite well. But if we're gonna target every other rural community in South Africa, we need resources. Okay, which is why government coming on board is critical.
This project is quite lucrative. It's very important. It's relevant. But without sufficient funding, it gives us a major challenge as to how we can even start thinking about probably extending to other communities.
If we could get more industry partners, more researchers, and I think a lot can happen after that. More funding, more researchers, and more industry partners.
We are here to imagine a different future where we don't have to run somewhere else to grow, to be happy, to have a good life. And the point is to go beyond imagining and creating solutions for a good future.
That is why we are calling upon yourselves, every citizen of this country, to come on board and play a role in educating the African child.
To be able to come out here and see for yourself that the research that we are funding is benefiting a community.
At the end, that is what will make us as industry proud of our involvement. So I wish that you will have all success, everybody involved, and that the education and the upliftment of the community will just go from strength to strength.
The next step forward for us is to engage further with the industry and government and the various visitors that were here today and see how we can work together into making sure that this becomes bigger, as the name Siyakhula means.